look how empty this is. It looks kind of dystopian somehow because it's just so empty.
While Kuala Lumpur is Malaysia's official capital, the country has a second capital that not many people know about, Putrajaya.
Though there's like no one here.
In the 1990s, the city was built as an intelligent garden city at a cost of more than $8 billion. At the same time, a neighboring city was developed with the goal of becoming Malaysia's Silicon Valley. However, when visiting, it quickly became clear to me why government employees and skilled workers from around the world refused to relocate here.
So we do have a few tourists right over there. All of them seem to be Chinese tourists, I think, that come here to see the city. And this building over there, this one here, is the Prime Minister's office. Very Middle Eastern style. Most people that actually live here are Muslims. I think 99% are Muslims. And here we have the Putra Mosque, the most important mosque of this city. And let's see if we can visit it. I actually prepared, wore t-shirt, long pants, because the dress code is very strict if you want to go into a mosque or a temple here. But I think we should not have a problem going in. So I was wrong. As a woman, you can actually not enter with long pants. It's not allowed. We will have to change into something like this. But I think we can rent something here. So you can see there's some tour groups here, and here we're gonna have to rent our thank you. To enter, we're gonna have to put on this dress, or I don't know how to call it. Let's go. Yeah. So this is actually the first mosque I'm visiting here in Malaysia, and also one of the first mosques I've ever visited in my whole life. There's only a handful I've been to so far, so I'm really excited to go in. So that's where we're gonna go in. Also have to make sure that our hair is covered. Here we have a really nice view over the city, Putrajaya. And so far it seems just really peaceful to me. You can hear the birds and there's a lot of green, the river here behind me. There is a lot of tourists here in this mosque, but I think once we leave this square here, we're gonna see less and less people, because from what I've seen, all these tour buses bring all the tourists here and after they're gonna leave again. So I'm really excited to enter the actual city and see what it looks like there. So now, whoa, it's so bright here I can't see anything. So we've seen all the mosque and everything over there. There's not that much, and now I'm on my way to the city over there. The sun is out, so now it's not only hot, it's also so bright with all these stones on the floor, and I literally can't see nothing. Let's hope we arrive fast, because it is really not pleasant to walk here. There's one car there. There's one car there. There's nothing else. You can you can basically just walk on the street. I don't even know why they built like such a big highway here for these couple of tour buses and tourists that come here. That's pretty cool though, to just see this. It is very, very bright here. Oh, there's a little boat over there on the water. And I think over there, this is where the people would live. It's all very, very planned out. It's all very organized, the city. It was planned to be a smart city, and it was also planned to attract a lot of people that work in tech. That's why they tried to build Malaysia's Silicon Valley, Putrajaya. But it didn't really work out, and to be honest, I understand why nobody really wants to move here if you can go to Silicon Valley in the States, which probably has a way higher living quality and is less hot. There's like no one here. There's also hardly any traffic except for the tourists that go to see the mosque. There's no one around, there's no traffic, but at least we have some shade here now. That is actually much nicer because the sun is really strong. Oh, look at these benches. They are like half broken. So this city is about 25 years old. It's pretty new, but the benches here, I think because it's so tropical, they're just rotting away. And since there are not many people here, there is no need for them to replace any of these benches because nobody's gonna sit here. We have like all these government buildings here everywhere, because that is basically the only reason why the city was built, to serve as the administrative capital. That seems to be a very important building here. Yeah, Ministry of Finance. That's definitely an important building. Yep, I think you can also use these empty streets here, very good for street races. There's another kiosk here that serves birthday cakes, but it's closed. Also, I don't really know who would come here to buy their birthday cake, but if it's your birthday and you want to spend it here, I think you're gonna have a great party here, and you can get your birthday cakes over there. This here looks like a very important building. I think this here is the court, the Hall of Justice or something like this it's called, I think. And it looks pretty cool. I really like the architecture because you can see a lot of the Middle Eastern influences in there. It is actually so peaceful down here at the water. It's so quiet. There's no one else around except a few gardeners. And here across the water you can see all these big bridges. So I've read that there are a lot of big and famous bridges here in Putrajaya. I don't know if something is famous here in the city. It's probably not very famous anywhere else in the world. But if you're looking for something to do or to see here in Putrajaya, from what I've read, these bridges are apparently worth looking at. And yeah, I think it's kind of good bridges. I'm not that much into bridges. I can't say that much about them, but I think they're kind of decent. I just saw this bridge I just showed you. That one here isn't even connected. So they've built the bridge, but they never connected it to the shore. So it is not in use. It is a nice park, I think. It is very peaceful, it is very quiet because there's no one around. But to be honest, I do understand it because it's just ungodly hot outside. It's humid. It is really not very pleasant. So if I would live here, I wouldn't, well, I would move away first thing of all. But if I was forced to live here, I would probably also stay inside during the day. There's definitely some nice infrastructure here in this park. but it doesn't seem to be in use. There's like an old cyclist cafe here, for example, but it's not in use anymore. It's completely empty in there. So there's a nice garden here, and they put this very fitting decoration. It's a guy with guns. Wow, this was a lot. This heat is definitely very, very tiring. And to be honest, I think I've seen literally everything there is to see. I've seen the bridges, I've seen the mosques, I've seen the government buildings. I haven't seen many people, but it was very interesting. There's not much to do here, so I personally don't recommend anyone traveling here because it is just hot, humid, and very boring in my opinion. I'm still glad I saw it though. And now it's time to head back to Kuala Lumpur because tomorrow I have a flight to the Philippines where I'm gonna explore Manila and all of the country's beautiful islands. So if you're interested in following my journey through Southeast Asia, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I hope I see you next time again. Bye bye.